Yeah. So to start with it, I'll just start with with the assignment you have submitted just now. So let's just look into that assignment and then we go on to the mainstream class. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen here. So just let me know if there are any problems with the screen sharing. Can you see the screen here? Yeah. Okay. Fine. So this is the assignment you have submitted. So let's see. Error in loading image. Okay. Okay. Great. Nice. So let's see the reason for the image not being loaded. So maybe, okay, the name Titanic. So let me just see. So it's a JPG, not JPEG. Okay, that's the only mistake over there. So so here it is JPG. So let's see now. Great, looks great, nice. Decent enough. Okay, that's great. So let me just stop the screen share here. So yeah, that's a really good assignment. I say great. So I hope you keep on doing this. These assignments are really good, right? Give me a second here. So yeah, so today's topic is about HTML links and lists. So this is a very important concept. Okay, so links is all about, like, HTML is all about links actually. I mean, you can't really create a website. You can create a website without images, okay, but you can't really create a website without links. Okay, so today's class is about links. So let's just discuss. So links. So what are links? So links are, uh, what do I call this? I can't really call this as content. Okay, links are used for navigation actually. So if you want to jump from one page to other page, or from one location to other location, you need links. Okay, so you need links to navigate from one page to the other page, or to jump from one location to the other location. So links are of two types. Okay, external links and internal links. Okay, external link is like, when you hit the link, okay, a new page will be opened. And internal links is that link which jumps from one location to the other location in the same page. Alright, so external link will navigate you to a different page. Internal link will navigate within the same page. Okay, and the other point here is, there are two ways a link can be opened. Okay, the first way is that, open the link in the same page. Whenever you click on the link, it opens in the same page or the same tab. And sometimes when you click on a link, it opens in a different tab. So these are the two ways a link can be opened. So I call it as in the same page, or like in, not same page, same tab, I call same tab or window, or a different tab or window, right? So this is a brief theory regarding the links. Alright, any questions here before I proceed further? No? Great. So coming to the syntax, so HTML is all about tags, right? So there is a tag for links too. So to put a link there, we have a tag. So that tag is called anchor tag. Okay, it starts with A. A stands for anchor. Whenever you see this, that means that's a link. Okay, so now here content or the name of the link. Okay, content or the name of the link. Now whenever I click on this, it has to go to a new, a new page, right? Whenever I click on this, it has to go to a new page, or it has to go to a new location whenever I click on that. So how do we control that? So we control that using an attribute called href. So this is nothing but the link to which I have to navigate. So in general, this can be a domain name or a file name or just a location, right? href. Right, so this can be a domain name or a file name or just a location. So domain name or file name is to open external links, and location is to navigate within the same page, which is again called as internal link. So let's just go ahead and see how we can really use this particular thing. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here again. Can you see my screen here? Okay, so every file starts with .type HTML. Head, the body. So inside the head we have our title, links, and here in the body, okay, let me just use a heading. This is an example to put links onto the web page. So let me say this. So source, go to the source here. Okay, let's call this as links links.html. It's just a fancy name, that's it. Let's go ahead and see. So yeah, we're getting the required output here. So let's start and start to see some links here. So yeah, href equal to, let's start with the external links, okay, with the domain name. Let's say let's go to tutoslive, http www.tutoslive.com, right? So I have to give a name to the link, so I'll say parent website. So let's see here, refresh. You can see here, this is a link now. A link is generally blue in color with an underline. Okay, so let me just click on this. See, it has been navigated to a different website. Now, in which tab this has been opened? I guess it has been opened in the same tab, right? Whenever I click on this page is gone, and we find a different page here, which is tutoslive.com, right? Now, like such, whenever I click on this again, this these all links open in the same tab. Whenever I click on something again here, it opens in the same tab. Okay, so let's just go to our page again here. Okay, now I want to control this. I want it to be opened in a different tab. So for that we have another attribute here. Let me come back to the class. The other attribute we have here is target. Target is one attribute equal to, it has two values. One is underscore self and the other is underscore blank. Okay, underscore self and underscore blank. So underscore self means open in the same tab. Underscore blank means open in a different tab. Okay, the default, now here we have seen the default behavior. The default behavior is opening in the same tab, which means the default target is underscore self. Okay, so let me just go ahead and put target equal to underscore blank. Target equal to underscore blank. So let me come here, refresh this page. Whenever you make a change, you have to refresh. Okay, refresh this and let me just click on this. Now you see this tab is right here and this has been opened in a different tab, a new tab. Okay, so this has been opened in a new tab. So that is target equal to underscore blank. Alright, so let's see one more thing. Now let's see here. I'll use a BR to push it to the next line. A href equal to another link. So here I'll say Titanic lyrics. Now which page is that? Okay, let me just go here and look at the file name. File name is Titanic underscore lyrics. Okay, so Titanic underscore lyrics dot html. So now this time this is not a different domain. This is something, a file which is inside the same folder. But still this is an external page because we are completely changing from one page to the other page. Let's just look at it too. So let me just refresh this. Now we got a new link here, blue color and with an underline. So let me just click here. So it navigates us to a different page. You can see. Okay. So you can also control this. I mean, if you want to open it in a new tab, let's say, all you got to do is like, set the target equal to underscore blank. That's it. Okay. Any questions here before I move forward? It's pretty much simple. Yeah, great. So now let's do one thing. Let's navigate in the same page. So how do we navigate in the same page? Again, and for links also there is an alt text, but this time the alt text is whenever there's nothing like called missing link here. Like for images there is a missing image, but for links there is nothing called missing link. Even though you don't give any href, let me show that too. So yeah, href, yeah, this link has no href, or something like this. Let's use a BR here. Clicks, you see, and no missing link. Okay, why do we need alt? Alt is for SEO purpose. If you have heard about it, like the Google bot, whenever Google indexes your site, it will scan the links first. So the links are most important things. So alt here I say Tutus Live website. So it crawls it and it finds that okay, by this alt it understands that okay, this particular URL, this particular link will navigate me to Tutus Live website. Okay, that's how it gets to know. Like such, and you can also give it here alt equal to link to Titanic lyrics. Okay, so let's go here, refresh this. Okay, now nothing, no change. It's just for the SEO purpose over there. Alright. So now let me just put some dummy content here, to show you how do we navigate, within the same page. So here I'll open a P. Okay. So here let me just go to the blog here again. So let's open this blog. So here let me just copy this. Okay, let me just copy them again. So let's go to the link here, refresh. Now you can see. Right? So let me just copy it again. I need a very big page. Right? So this is about it. So we have a very big page. Now I want to jump to this paragraph. I want to jump to this paragraph. Okay. So how do I really do it? So this is pretty much easy. So what we do here is the last button, right? This one. So here I just say id equal to, okay, id equal to some para. Okay, I gave this paragraph an id equal to para, and here in here the links a href equal to, I'll say move to bottom. So here in href all you gotta do is like hash para. Okay, this is it. So let's just see now. Let me just refresh this. Now we have move to bottom. Let's see. Now you see that's been jumped here. Has been jumped to here. Okay. Alright. Now let me just put another link at the bottom saying that go to top. So here a href equal to hash top, and I'll say go to top, and somewhere here for this p I'll say id equal to top. So let's just see, refresh again. So let's go to bottom. So here again go to top. So it's top. It's right here. Alright. So this is how I navigate within the same page. Now you see, okay, let me just show you a website here which uses the same concept. So this is another website. This is my personal website I made for myself. So this is a single page website. Now all you see, these are links. Okay. Now if I click on portfolio, it just jumps to portfolio. And now if I click on services, it jumps to services. And if I click on here, it goes to the top. Click on contact, it moves here. So this is the same concept, like these links href. Okay, you can see it here. I'll show you the href of these links. The href is hash contact. So this particular place is given id contact. You can see it here, href equal to hash contact. Okay, so nowadays single page websites are very popular, and this is the same. This concept is being used in those single page websites. So this is a very important concept, the links concept, and navigating within the same page. Okay, so that's about the links. Any questions here? Yeah, any questions? Okay, so I'll explain from the start. Now if you really want to jump to a certain location, you have to give that location an id. Okay, so in this case, this p tag, I've given the id as para. Now I want to jump to this location. Okay, I want to jump to this location. So what I do, I prepare a link here, I write a link here. In href, instead of a file name or instead of a domain name, I just give hash and the name id name. Whatever the id I have given over there, to jump over there, that id has to be given here. Okay, the same for top, like I have given a link here. Href is hash top, so I have to name something with an id top. So I have chosen this para p and I have given id equal to top. So now whenever I click on these links, so I'll just refresh this. So I'll say move to bottom, it moves to bottom. If I go to top, it goes to the top. Okay, it doesn't matter. I can also give this id equal to top to the body. So let's see what happens here. So I refresh. So I move to bottom. So I go to top. So now see, you can also see the header now. Okay, and I was explaining why the jumping within the same page is important, because the latest trend in web designing is all single pages. So you only have single page like this, and you just jump to the relevant locations whenever I click on a link. Okay, you clear? So id is very important, and hash id href. Alright, that's about it. That's about links. And there are other parameters called download and stuff, which we really don't really need right now, but I'll discuss that in the CSS part, how we can really use links to download things. Okay, so that's about the links. Any questions here before I go to lists? No? Great. So let's discuss about lists. So links and lists are two, they work together. Actually, they're pretty much closer to them, like to each other actually, links and lists. So I'll just explain why they are really close. Okay, so first thing, let me just explain here about lists. So what is a list? What is a list? Okay, a list is shopping list, a grocery list, menu items is also a list. Okay, if you keep on posting it, you will get a lot of lists. So in HTML terms, the list has the same meaning. Okay, a list in here is a collection of things which we really want. Okay, it's just a grouping. List is a grouping. The minimum number in a list is 1, the maximum can be any. Okay, so that's what a list. So to group items under same category, okay, we use lists here. Okay, we use lists here. So lists is they are used to group things under same what do you call, I don't call it as category, but yeah, let's use category as a word. Okay, so that's list in HTML. Again, the same concept for list. So we have here three types of lists. Okay, one is ordered list, unordered list, and definition list. We won't talk about definition list, it's outdated, it will be soon deprecated. Okay, but what is the most important of these lists? So which is the most used? Is unordered list is the most used list. Okay, ordered list bit used, okay, not that much used. But now coming to the differences, ordered, unordered. Okay, forget about definition. Ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list, okay, has a meaningful, like what do you call, a meaningful number or categorization. Let's say now when you list ranking, okay, you say first rank, second rank, third rank. So again, this is a listing. So an ordered list will have a numbering system or a alphabetical order, or something like that. So it's in order. But for an unordered list, there is no order. Okay, you can't really say this is first, this is second, this is third. It has only bullet points. Okay, I don't have a bullet symbol here on my keyboard, so it has only bullet points. So once we see an example, you'll get to know the differences between ordered and unordered list, and then I'll also explain why unordered list is more popular than ordered list. Okay, so let's get back to the definition here. So ordered list starts with OL. OL stands for ordered list. Now there is no content here in ordered list tag, but the content goes inside LI, list item. LI stands for list item. So I'll just write it here, ordered list. OL stands for ordered list. LI stands for list item. Okay, so whatever the content, whatever you want to list, that goes inside LI. Like such, you can write as many as LIs, the minimum being 1, the maximum any. So content here again. The same syntax for unordered list, except the name UL. UL stands for unordered list. The same list item is same for both the lists. So content content. So this stands for unordered list. Ordered list and unordered list. Okay, definition list, we don't have to really care about it. It will be deprecated pretty much soon. That's outdated. Okay, so let's just see. Now I'm gonna share my screen again here. Can you see the screen? So here again, doc type HTML, head, body, title. The title here is list, and list. Get just that, a fancy title again. So list underscore list dot html. Right, so here in the body, I'll use another heading here. Examples on list. Here small, ordered and unordered lists. So let's see if this is coming out or not. Yep, it's here. Now let's see. So UL. So UL will not go inside a P, remember that, okay, because both of them are block level tags. So I'll discuss block level tags later. So let me just show first unordered list here. Okay, so here I'll just list some shopping list. Okay, I can call this as shopping list. Maybe I'll use a H3. Or something like grocery shopping. Okay, I need bread, I need milk, I need eggs. Okay, so let's go here, refresh. Now you see it has bullet points. That's the reason it's unordered. Like there is no order in the bullet points or the point system. Okay, there is no order there. So let's see ordered list now. So here H3, I'll set this as batting order. like let's say this is a cricket match, and we have a batting order here. So let's see what we got here. Li, I'll just copy this. So here Shikhar, Rohit, Jara, Kohli. Okay, so just okay, I'm sorry, my bad, this is OL, ordered list. So let's see. Now see, 1 2 3 4. Okay, that's the only difference. This is the only difference, ordered list and unordered list. Any questions here? Yes? No? Great. So now, when you may think like, okay, fine, 1 2 3 4, what if, okay, I want A B C D, can I do it? Or what if I don't need bullet points here, I need a different format there, can we do it? Yes, we can do it. So for that, we have an attribute to the UL tag. This is an attribute to the UL tag, which is called type equal to. So type will tell the browser that, hey, the type of the list is something else, not the default. Right now it's default because we did not give a type over there. So the default for the UL is bullet point, the default for the OL is numbers. Okay, now I want to change this type. UL type equal to circle. You see, it's a circle now. Let me just increase the font size here, so you can see it here. It's a circle. Now I don't want circle, I want to have a square. See, it's square now. So you can also change the format of the listing too. It's called type. The same goes with the OL too. So I say type equal to A. Type equal to A. So A stands for alphabet. You can see it here, A, B, C, D. If you don't want that ordering, you can also go for Roman ordering. So now Roman numbers, I say I. So 1 2 3 4. You can also go for capital Romans, capital, or I don't know what they really call it as. So 1 2 3 4. You can also go for capital alphabet too. Oops. You can see A B C D. You can change that. Right? So now you may have another question now. Okay, fine, I'm starting with 1 2 3. Can I go ahead with, can I start it from 100? I don't really want it from this. So we have another attribute only for OL here, only for OL. That attribute is called start equal to. So you can also mention from where it should start. Okay, so I'll say start equal to, I want it to start from 500. You can see it here, 500, 501, 502, 503. Right? Any questions here? Any questions? No? Great. So now let's use these two concepts and start writing a page. So right now I want to write this page where, okay, I need all my social information. Like I need here my Twitter account, Facebook account, LinkedIn account, Quora account, Stack Overflow account, my personal website. I want everything here. Okay, so I'll mix these two. When I mix these two, then I'll tell you why unordered list is more popular than the ordered list. Okay, so let's open a new page here. Okay, a new page here. Doc type HTML. Head, body. So I'll name this as my social accounts. Okay, here I'll use unordered list. I'll use an li, and I use a link here. So the first and foremost social networking account we come across is Facebook. Okay, coming here I can also put an image. Okay, let's see, we are using the images concept, links concept, and list concept right here. So I'll say social.html. Okay, now we need images here. We don't have image, so what I do is fb dot or fb, let's say fb. I'll go to images here, or let me just I think I have some beautiful pngs, so let me just mm, right here. So let's pick up from here. So circles. Okay, so I'll download Facebook, download it, and then I want Twitter, I want LinkedIn, I want YouTube, I want G Plus, and I want Instagram, I want Skype, and what else we have here? Okay, that is it for now. Right, so let me download all. Twitter, oops, what is this? Okay, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and G Plus, Instagram, and Skype. Okay, so right here, cut. I come to our folder here, inside the images. Okay, I'll make another folder called only social icons. Paste it here. So this is the best practice. Like you have to, if you could able to put another thing, you can definitely go ahead and put. For the Facebook is a smaller icon. Okay, let's download the bigger one for Facebook too. 128. So 128, 128 Facebook. Alright, everything equal size. Let's delete the redundant ones. Delete. So I name this as F, this as G, this as I, this as oops, S, this as LinkedIn L, and YouTube Y. Okay, so now our duty is to go to images folder and find the folder called social social underscore icons, or what was the name, social underscore icons, and f.png. okay, let's go ahead and see if it's coming up or not. So in source social, yeah, you can see it here. Facebook is coming up. Okay, when I click it, opens in the same tab. So this is my Facebook profile, though it goes to because I'm logged in into that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more thing here. What I want to do here is target equal to, oops, I want this to open in a new page, underscore blank. Okay, that's it. So let's just copy all this. So here Twitter, and Twitter is T, right? And this is Instagram, and this is I, and this is LinkedIn, and this is L, and this is G plus dot google.com, and this is G, and finally we have YouTube, right? So youtube.com, and the icon is Y. Now let's see. Oops, Twitter T, or what is it? Oh, we have Skype too. So Twitter. Oops, we did not even change the name here. So we have Skype also, but let that be. See that? I can use images as links also. Okay, so this is how my social links are made. So I click on Twitter, it opens in a new tab now. So this is my Twitter account. Okay, so then I click on Instagram, it goes to Instagram website. I'm not logged in, so it won't show up my profile over there. And LinkedIn, again, I'm logged in LinkedIn, it shows my LinkedIn homepage. Okay, so this is how it is done, right? Any questions here? So you can use images as links, you can use those links in a list to show them as a group. Okay, this is just a a case where I can show them in a group. I can also write them as individual links, use BR. But why this process? Why group them? Why make them as a list? The reason that, okay, lists are used for the menu icons, or whenever you want to group something as a navigation, it is you are supposed to use it in lists and links with images or text, whatever you would like to do it. Okay, so you go to any website and find the menu bar. Okay, let's just go to the same website where we have downloaded the images here. These are the menu items, right? This is called menu in web design terminology. So I'll show you. So I say inspect element. So click here. You see here, what is this? UL, unordered list, and each one is written inside an li. So to group them, this is the standard practice. Whenever you have to group something, okay, this is the standard way to do it. So, and why unordered list? So again, that's again a standard. You can also use OL also, but unordered list, it doesn't look like a list. So those bullet points are gone. They're already gone here. Like you can remove them in CSS. I'll show that in CSS part. But yeah, this is how you usually do links in a list with images. All right. Any questions here? And Deepu? Yes, any questions here? So that's about today's class. So I would like to take a feedback on, like, so far how is it going? Uh, how is the learning going on? You can give genuine feedback. How am I teaching? Am I fast, slow? So you can give a feedback, genuine feedback in the class itself right here. So if you could give me that feedback, that would be better for me. The progress, any better from where you were previously. Yeah. Any feedback on me, on the class, on the entire tutorials, or the entire website? Yes? No feedback? Nothing? You find it difficult or you find it easy? Thank you. Thanks, man. That gives a lot of confidence. Yeah. So just do please leave a feedback on the redirected page at page 2. So as soon as the class ends, you'll be directed to a feedback page. You can leave a feedback there, and if possible, please do share Tutors Live link wherever possible. Now, if somebody is asking for a tutorial, or if your friend is looking for tutorials, just please do propagate Tutors Live as much as possible. Okay, so yeah, that's about for in today's class. Wait for video tomorrow on the class files. Okay, until then, take care. Bye bye. Have a great day. Please do not forget about the feedback. Thank you.